There are a lot of systems that you're going to start seeing inside your business. And I'm really excited for you to discover a lot of them, but I didn't want to just send you off with one. I wanted to give you a couple extra ones, and that's exactly what this training is going to go over. But before we get there, I kind of want to talk to you about some of the reasons we are going to be doing this. Now, in our book, Our Best Workflow Secrets, Mark and I dive into this concept called world-class client experiences. Now, world-class client experiences are these experiences that you as a real estate agent can offer that are going to be so incredible that your past clients, your clients, or maybe even your leads just can't help but share about you. And what this does for you is it makes it really easy for us to not only get free referrals because these people are going to go, oh, I actually have a great real estate agent. I would love to connect you with him. And when we apply that to these systems that we're building, it creates a repeatable opportunity for us to do this again and again and again. So the caliber in which we can serve our customers, our past clients is much greater. So we've got this going on, but then also it gives us an opportunity to kind of step above and beyond. And what I mean by that is these are things that your competition, truthfully, probably isn't going to be willing to or able to do. Now, I talk about this in the book, but it is said by NAR, and this was as of 2020, that about 68% of past clients would use their real estate agent again, but only about 27% of them actually do. Now, whether this is shifted or not, even if it's up or down, 10 or 20%, that's still crazy to me. And so when we apply these world-class client experiences, we are cementing in their mind us, right? And we become someone that they can't stop thinking about because we're continually popping by and adding value. Now, today I want to talk to you guys about the birthday experience because this is a really great opportunity for you to go above and beyond. Now, most brands that you've probably ever given your contact information to, your email address, they're trying to use the birthday, but they're not using it very well. And this is apparent, and this is how we are going to kind of steal away some of the attention on a really great opportunity for us to actually drive a lot of value for our people. And so this is where this idea of a world-class client experience can be applied to a birthday. What kind of experience can we as a real estate agent create for our past clients that's going to be really nice? It's going to help celebrate the day with them, but then it's also going to be an opportunity for us to show up for them, not only as a friend who's building a relationship with them, which ultimately we know is going to mean more repeat business, more referrals, but it's also going to be an opportunity for us to just kind of step above the rest. And so that's what we're going to be diving into today. And we're going to be doing it by creating another system inside of SAM. So let's go ahead and dive in, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I have built out for this. So inside of SAM, we're going to move to the routine editor, and then we're going to go to this birthday routine. Now, if you've seen any of my other trainings, you might have noticed this one because this is one I've been cooking up for a while. And this idea is just kind of this passion project of mine because I love the idea of really capitalizing on someone's birthday, not with just a simple email, but in several different ways. So we're going to go through each of these different things. I'm going to kind of openly talk about it, and I'm going to see if I can't convince you into the idea of building out this routine for your SAM account as well. And as we're going through it, I'm going to show you the process of each of these pieces so you can build it along with me, if you will. So very first and foremost, the power of this routine. Now, inside of SAM, we have lots of different routines, and inside of life, we have lots of different routines, whether it's your morning routine. Mine, I wake up, I make some coffee, I pet the dog, usually go for a walk with him, listen to a podcast, come back, shower, brush my teeth, get my day started, right? That's my routine. Well, systems are no different than this. And a lot of times we overcomplicate them by trying to make them multi-hundred step processes. And traditionally, these workflows, these automations can sometimes take up to 2 weeks to build and think through. And I just think that's crazy. And so when I was building routines inside of SAM, I wanted to do it different. And so that's where these ideas of pegging or attaching these to specific dates or important dates comes into play. So this is attached to the birth date. Now, in a contact card, if you learn a contact, a lead, a client, a past client's birthday, and you throw it into their contact details, now this routine, once active, gets started on them. And so we have the opportunity to create these experiences, and it's really effortlessly integrated into your business. So this is really cool. The very first one is writing and placing a birthday card into the mail. So I'm going to click on this activity and we can look at exactly what's inside of it. So we're writing and placing a birthday card in the mail. We want to do this 5 days before the birthday. Now, I have a mentor. His name's Andy Frisella, and he owns a supplement and fitness lifestyle company called First Form here in St. Louis. And one of the things that time and time again has driven me back to their company is just how much they care about their customers. And ultimately, this care gets kind of disseminated across every single interaction they have, every single event they put on, and every single staff member that comes and works for their company or does work inside their company. And it's really cool. But one of their key things that they do is that they handwrite thank you letters with every purchase. So anytime I order even just a 2-gallon bottle of protein, I'm getting a thank you letter that's handwritten by someone inside their office, which is crazy to me. And you would think that this multi-international, company probably shouldn't be able to do this, but they somehow make it work. And so I promise you, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have so many clients, that's a good thing. If you have so many clients that the idea of handwriting a letter seems daunting to you, we have a really great opportunity in front of us because we can do something really cool. So we're going to handwrite 5 days before. And what we're going to do is I've got this set up. So it's 5 days, and you could set it up however many before and after. And then I've got it tied specifically to the birth date, that important date that started this routine. Now, we could choose some other days if we wanted a specific start date or a specific month and day. And then I've got this set for sending in the afternoon. Well, maybe you would rather start your day off just writing 1 or 2 birthday cards every now and again. Maybe you want to kind of close out your day doing these tasks. You have that opportunity. Maybe if it's just going to get done at some point throughout the day, you could choose that as well. And then I just picked a random color. Purple seems like a birthday color, and then it's going to be assigned specifically to me. Now, if you're a trialer inside your SAM account, you've only got 1 team member, but as you move into and grow your business, you might have more team members inside your SAM account. And so this is where you can either add different people or you can choose different people to be assigned to different tasks. Maybe this one goes specifically to my marketing assistant, or maybe I'm also going to stay on it. So that's kind of how we set up this specific activity. But the power in this specific one really comes from this birthday card message. So this is an action, or the thing that is being triggered to occur. And this is where the automations come in. Click into it. You see it's got a title, birthday card message. When I've got this checked, select for automatic processing, what that means is Sam is going to be able to send it on our behalf, right? So I've got some really cool stuff going on. It's going to send on my behalf, and it's going to send a message. Now, the really cool thing about Sam is Sam creates messages. He doesn't create emails. He doesn't create SMS messages. He creates messages. And the reason why I call them messages is because based on what the person receiving that message is most accustomed to, what they prefer, is how Sam is going to convert it. So it creates this really cool opportunity for us to show up. And that's in this message type. So you'll see preferred or email, preferred or text message. Basically, inside their contact card, you have decided or you figured out what their preferred method of receiving is. I like to say, I'm a millennial, don't call me, right? And so if you send me an email or a text message, much more receptive. And so I have a better shot of reaching you or actually being able to communicate with you, especially in a world where very few people open emails, right? And so you can either default to their preferred, or if they don't have a preferred and you just want it to be an email or a text message, you can do that. You could also just decide it's an email or a text message. But ultimately, this message gives you the power to do that. And the other thing that you can do is these objectives. Now, if you've built any resources inside of SAM, objectives are going to be familiar to you. Basically, the objective is asking you, what are you hoping to accomplish with this? And so you can actually give this specific action specific instructions for when it's being run. And that oftentimes comes into play when I don't have a template tied to this. And I'm going to show you exactly what that template is in just a second. But right now, I do have a template, so I don't really need an action. Now, where this action really shines is in the to of this. So traditionally speaking, you're going to be able to send a message to the person who this was triggered on. But I wanted to be able to send it to lots of different people, kind of depending on what the actual thing we're hoping to accomplish is. And so the routine content is the person that had the important date triggered, right? But I am the record owner, and I actually am the one who needs to receive this. I don't want them to receive a message saying, hey, send yourself a handwritten birthday letter. That would be crazy. And so you're going to select record owner. And then if you wanted, you could add additional recipients, or you could, add a team member. You could email something specific. But for this one, I only need the record owner. And so what this is going to do, and I'm actually going to hop out and I'm going to jump over to my templates, and I'm going to show you what this birthday card template is that we attach to it. So you can see it in a preview right here, and I'm actually using merge fields. Now, I know I have a fun tangent on merge fields. Merge fields can be useful, but ultimately, a lot of people fall into the mistake of thinking that this is what makes something custom. And I just truly don't believe that a merge field makes something custom, especially when you have the power of writing custom emails, custom text messages specifically for the person receiving it. So I'm going to show you what this template looks like, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it would be sent to a contact. So basically, I'm using merge fields to import information from their contact. Now, this message would be sent to me. A little bit of context to that. This is going to be what it looks like with all of the different merge fields. If you're following along, feel free and pause it. We're going to go over to the contacts, and I'm going to show you exactly what this would look like. Now I'm going to hop over to Mark's contact just so we have someone else and it's not me. What I'm going to do is over here on the right-hand side, select a template. Now I'm going to pull that birthday template one more time, and it's birthday card reminder. And then you're going to still see all of these different merge fields. But the really cool thing about looking at it specifically for a contact is you can click this do merge button. Now, because we're in Mark's contact, Sam has some context of whose information we want to actually put into this message, so you can get a really good idea of what this is actually going to look like, right? So we do that, and we're able to see what this is going to look like. So this would be the message that I would receive, and it's going to say, hey, Cody, Mark's birthday is February the 25th, 1965. Here's some personal details, and I've got all of the personal details that I've added into Mark's contact. Then I've also given you his mailing address, his phone number, and his email. So all of the information that I need to sit down, write a quick little handwritten letter. I can customize it to Mark, make sure that it's kind of incorporating some fun stuff about him. It's going to really make sure that I'm building our relationship. So this is how Sam is able to create that custom message specifically for Mark, and it's doing it inside of this birthday routine. So that's the very first one. It's going to send me a message for Mark with information about Mark so that I can write a handwritten letter, get it placed into the mail. Now it's going to do that 5 days before because USPS needs a little bit of time to get it through, make sure it gets to him on time. And that's totally fine. So we'll just kind of assume that we need a little bit of time beforehand, and worst case, maybe we're getting a little bit behind and we need a couple extra days. Now, after that, this is where the fun begins, because you can start to think about experiences, right? We talk about the core strategies framework. Conversions is all about lead generations. Operations is all about business operations. Retentions is your past client retentions, how we bring them back, how we continue to build relationships with them. And we do that using experiences, which is the E. And it technically interweaves in between all three of them. But these experiences are what create a world-class client experience, right? And so we have a couple different options that I've placed in here, and I really want to just highlight a couple of them. So maybe you're the type of real estate agent that is a bit of a bookworm. You have maybe a yearly book that you just absolutely love to recommend to people and to send to people. I know for me, the book Relentless has been one that I have time and time again gifted to people. So maybe you have a yearly book that you send out to people. Now, what you can do is 4 days before the birth date at 8 a.m., maybe it's at noon, who knows, choose a caramel color. I will have a message very similar to that reminder to send a handwritten letter that gets sent to me. And this is just going to say, hey, Cody, Mark's birthday is coming up. Here's a link for that book that you love to recommend to people. Why don't you order it and send it to him? And then it's got all of his details so that I can successfully order that for him. Now, it's going to the record owner again, so it's going to be received by me, but it makes the experience of me ordering it really easy. So it's a nice quick way to get that accomplished. Now, lots of other different things that we can do. So maybe it's not a book, maybe we've really tapped into our community and we want to kind of showcase that we are kind of the community socialite, right? So we could add a gift card to a local restaurant with personal menu suggestions inside the note. So this is a really cool one because not only do we now get to go out and about and try some of the new restaurants as they enter town, but we can also kind of customize it specifically to the person. Now from here, if they have a gift card option, we can do the exact same thing. And us, it's going to the record owner. It's going to send a message and we'll attach a template to it that does this. It's going to say, hey, Cody, Mark's birthday is coming up. Here's the quick link for you to order a gift card for them. Here's their information. And now maybe we can order them a gift card to go with their birthday card, right? So we can either do this as a secondary fact. Maybe it's a digital gift card, or maybe we actually need to do it with the birthday card. So maybe we do it 6 days before. That way we have that gift card available when we are ready to send their handwritten birthday letter, right? And so now we have this opportunity that we can say, hey, Mark, absolutely love this restaurant. It just opened. When I was there, we tried lots of different things. This is absolutely my favorite. I know you love this kind of food, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. Here's dinner on me. Happy birthday, right? So think about that. As a real estate agent, who's doing that? Probably very few people. And this is the opportunity. When it comes to repeat and referrals, it's very much worth the commissions that you're going to receive. So some other ideas. Maybe we are in the West Coast. We live in wine country. And so we have some bottles that we would love to share with people for their birthdays. So maybe we have a great local wine distributor and we have their specific order form that gets sent to us, the record owner, and a message so that we can order a bottle of wine, get it sent to them. Same thing, those details. We can do this 4 days before their birth date. It's going to be red because it's wine. My absolute favorite, though, is order a birthday crumble cookie. This one's probably the lowest barrier to entry. And so what we can do for this is maybe it's only 1 day before. Maybe we don't need a long period before. We'll do it in the afternoon, and it's going to get added to our daily call list. But what we can do is we can have 2 different options within this routine. So the very first one is going to be sending a message, and it's going to be a Crumble cookie order link, right? And I'll show you what this email looks like in just a second, but we've got the template tied to it, right? It's going to go preferred, but it's going to send to us. Again, we want to send ourselves these so that we can easily order them, but it's going to have the recipient, the person whose birthday it is, in this example, Mark's birthday. It's going to have all their details so we can make sure it gets to them. And then the other option is maybe we're just going to call and order them. I'm a millennial. I don't like the phone, but maybe you would rather just pick up the phone and order it really quickly. Well, we can also set it to be added to a birthday call list to Crumble cookies. Now, this does require an extra step because we do need to make sure we have Crumble cookies, the vendor, in our contact database, right? But what we're able to do is then add them to our call list. Now, if we were to look at that Crumble's cookie template, it's going to look something like this. So it's going to say, and it's using merge fields, hey, Cody, Mark Stepp's birthday is February the 25th. Would you like to order them a birthday cookie really quick? He sends us the link, and then it's got his address, it's got his city, state, zip, phone number, and email. So now we have all the information we need to successfully order this. And this is the exact same template for really all of these. It's just going to be a different order link. So in probably 5 minutes, you can take the same stock template, you can add the different order links to it, and you're ready to go. Now, let's go ahead and click, since I'm in Mark's contact, this merge, and we can kind of see what that looks like. And so now we have all of this information built into this email. So you can see, okay, I know exactly who I need to order what for, right? So this is how we're able to build a birthday routine that is driving a better world-class client experience, and it's creating a little bit of whimsy in our life. So we've thought about Crumble cookie. Well, maybe they're not into sweets, and so perhaps we send them some birthday flowers. Maybe it's half a dozen carnations or something like that. Well, again, we probably only need to do it one day before, and that way the flowers aren't just waiting forever. And we could send ourselves a message for the flower order form. We can get that ordered, or if you would rather, you can just give them a call and you can have that order form built in. Now, I will note again, you want to have that vendor specifically in your contact database. So it does require you going out and adding all of those vendors into your contact database. But I would wager that you probably have a couple preferred vendors that you're going to start to form relationships with. Maybe you get discounts for using them so often. And so this is a really great way to be able to, support local, support your friends, and also be able to drive a world-class client experience. Now, the other end of this, think about the story that gets set out there. We're all storytellers, right? And you get to have the opportunity to say, oh, Mark, I wanted to send you a half dozen carnations. I actually ordered them from Lorelei's over here in St. Peter's, and Lorelei grows them herself year round behind the building. She has been growing carnations for 6 generations. This is one of St. Peter's most established carnation growers, right? Something like that. It adds a little bit additional to it, and everyone loves a good story. And so these are the ways in which we can just drive additional meaning for them. Now, after that, we obviously want to kind of follow up with them. So now what we can do on their birthday, 0 days after birthday, you could do 0 days before birthday, you could do 0 years before birthday, 0 weeks, you could do it all. It's 0. It's on their birthday. You can set when. Are you going to call them at 8 in the morning? That seems like a terrible birthday, but maybe you're an early riser. Who knows? I like to think, noon, maybe 2 o'clock would be a good time. Blue seems like a good birthday. You're going to add them to a birthday call list. So this time is where we select them, right? So they're on the birthday call list, and they are a hot lead, but we're actually moving them to the birthdays list. And then the call recipient is the routine contact. Now, the really cool thing about this is when we go into our calendar on the actual birthday, you're going to have the call reminder set up, ready to go. Now, if you click into it, it pulls up the ability for you to look at a little bit of detail about them, so you have some information, as well as all of the opportunities for you to connect through a dialer. And then also it's got a place for you to write notes. That way you can write down the notes as they come to you. So there's some really powerful tools in that. But we have one more thing. So we're calling them, we're wishing them happy birthday. We're checking to make sure they've received their gift. And if they haven't, we're making sure that it is rectified or it is made good, right? And then after that, maybe the other thing that we do, we're really hitting them strong, is we just send them a birthday message. Now, I come back to this idea of a message. It's not a text message. It's not an email. It's a message because it can be built however they want. Now, this one can be received at 8 a.m. I'll call it orange. That seems like a nice color. And it is sending a birthday message. It's automatically being sent to them. And this is an opportunity for us to write either a standard happy birthday message, or we can use this objective to ask Sam to help create the content specifically for the person receiving it. So in the example of using Mark, this would be specifically for Mark. Now, when Sam writes this, he's going to gather personal details from the personal information section to infuse into this birthday message. So it just makes it even more personal. So we've got this really cool opportunity. This one's going to be received by the routine contact again. And now we have a full birthday experience. So this is a way that you can drive a world-class client experience inside your business. You can infuse it into your birthday experience, and you can create something that's not only special for every single person that you work with, that you interact with, but it scales. Do you want to do it with just your past clients? Do you want to do it with your customers and your past clients? Or maybe we have the opportunity to really show up for some of our warmer leads and we really create an incredible experience for them. So this is the system that I have built for the birthday routines. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I'm really excited, and I would love to know what other things you would love to see inside of this birthday routine. What things are you currently doing? What ideas do you have based on this? But ultimately, like I said, this is one of my passion projects. I'm really excited for you to apply this routine into your business because I think it's an opportunity for you to really create something special, not only for the people you're working with, but for your business. Because ultimately, when you're driving experiences like this, people can't help but share about you. And that's how we drive our business up.